Uh, Good morning, viewers. My name is Okwebinolu Ashegun, your regular host. Um, Basically, today we are going to look at how we can increase um, enrollment, because the major importance of having a school business is when you have um, an increase in population. I'm talking about how you can increase your student population, because that's the most important thing. If you are running your school and with a lot of expenses involved in running a private institution, if you don't have the required number of students to meet up your expenditure, there's no way the business can be successful. So what we are going to look at how we can also increase the population. Now this is the right time to start developing different strategies, because this is third time. By new session, definitely there's going to be a new intake, and definitely some will definitely move from one school to the other. There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying they should leave your school for other school, but it is something that each and every school owners should expect. Some might just decide to leave a particular school for different reasons, probably relocation and some other reason. So basically, we want to look at how you can increase enrollment. There are different strategies that you can introduce in order to increase your student enrollment. Now today we are going to look at giving out scholarship. Scholarship is one good avenue to increase student enrollment, and we are going to look at it logically. Now, if you are running your school, probably for instance, you have like 100 learners in your school. For instance, it's just an instance. You have 100 learners. I'm not saying you have 100 learners. This class is for both schools with high population and schools with low population. We all need to increase. If you all need to expand, that is the importance of doing business. If you're into business and you believe that you are comfortable with the position you are, then definitely you are going to fail. You don't have to be comfortable. You need to see how you can move further. You need to see how you can grow your business, because there's a lot of expenses day by day. So what I'm saying is that the class is not limited to schools with few number of students. No, the class is generally for schools owners who believe that at least they still need an increase in their enrollment. Now, for instance, if we have like 100 learners, and probably in a class you divided the pupils into their respective classes, and a particular class is having a particular teacher is taking probably just 3 learners. It is to the advantage of those learners. I'm not saying that you should overpopulate your class. No, do not get me wrong. But what I'm trying to let you know is that if you have like 3 learners in a particular class and you are paying that staff, the amount you are paying that staff, it depends on the amount you are actually charging. In some cases, the amount you are paying that particular teacher that is taking that particular class, the amount you realize from those 3 learners cannot even pay the salary of that learner. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you are at loss in that regard. So what if you now have like 7 learners in that same class? Will there be any effect in terms of the your expenditure as regards that particular class. So what I'm saying in essence is that giving out, trying to, the amount you are charging for a particular class, let that amount, let it be that the population of students or learners in that class should be able to cater for that teacher that is handling that class. Now, so how do we do that? There are different reasons why your school needs to introduce scholarship in your school. Number one, you use that scholarship to attract brilliant students to your school. You know, when you have brilliant students in your school, definitely that alone will market the school. What parents, what people will ask is that when you see a brilliant child, they will just ask the child, what's the name of your school? They won't say, which school did you attend before? What's the name of your former school? Or did you start from this particular school? It's just a simple question. What is the name of your school? So that is it. So now, if you attract intelligent children into your school, it's going to market your school. That alone is a way of marketing your school, attracting intelligent students. So when you attract intelligent students, that will encourage other parents to also bring in their children, because they say, this particular child attends also school and the child is brilliant. You understand? So once you have that kind of mentality, then that alone will attract more learners into your school. The best marketers are your parents and your students. They are the best marketers. There's limit at which your teachers and your parents could go. Now, how do we now cope with it? You know, when you are saying scholarship entails so many things. Now it depends on your own capability. It depends on your own ability. I will not ask you to give a scholarship and at the end of the day run at loss. No, that's not what I'm saying. In every business, you aim at making profits. So there are different strategies to get the job done. Now, these are the strategies you employ. You know, in your school fees, that's why it is very important to have a breakdown of school fees. You separate tuition fee from every other fee, book fee, lesson, whichever other fee, separate them. Now always learn how to give rebates or discount or scholarship on tuition fee alone, depending on your capability. Learn how to give that scholarship on tuition. If the scholarship is on tuition and you have probably, if what I'm trying to let you know in essence is that you have, the more your population, the more other parents get attracted to your school. That's a simple logic. If you have a school of probably 5 learners, the total population is 5 learners, you cannot compare the growth of that school to a school that have like 100 learners. No, it's not a magic. You know, it's not a magic. It's just like a network program. So the more your population, the more the number of intake you experience every year, because those parents or those learners will market your product. When people see your uniform, you understand, when they see your uniform, they say, which school is this, okay, this is okay, let me take my child to this school. Oh, this one is going to this school, let me take my child to this school. Oh, because of this, let me take my child to this school. So the more the population, the higher the level of attractiveness to your school. Now, so what I'm saying next is that try to give scholarship rebate on tuition fee so that it will not affect your other program. You know, the book, you are not in charge of book. You are not the one paying for book. You are not the one producing book. You are not the one manufacturing book. So what you just need to do is to give that rebate on tuition. When you give scholarship, organize your scholarship program, narrow it down to the tuition. That is if you cannot giving out rebate in some other thing, but learn how to give rebate on tuition, and let your teacher too understand that. Let them understand. So once you are paying a teacher is aware that, okay, like maybe he or she is taking 3 learners, and he or she is aware that even the 3 learners cannot pay his or her salary, then and you decide to bring in a brilliant child to your school, the teacher will equally understand that, okay, this is the level. It's not as if there's an additional profit. And also, school owners, you need to change some school owners are perfectly okay, but some you need to change your strategies, how you handle your teachers. If a teacher is taking, like, teachers, what they do is that they forget about every other expenses that goes on in the school. So what they are after is that they do their own calculation themselves. They already know the amount you are charging the school fees, and they calculate it based on the number of learners in the school. So they do that mathematics themselves. Now, after doing that, that's why you see that some teachers misbehave when they are working with you. It's not as if they misbehave, but at least they just believe that you are using them, because the amount you are paying them does not even correlate with the expected amount compared to the population that you have in that particular class. When you have an increase in population in a particular class, try as much as possible to, even if you are not narrowing it down to the class alone, try as much as possible, if there's an increase in population, after your expenditure, after every other thing, try as much as possible to give some additional allowance to your teachers. That is very important. It will encourage them. Is another way of encouragement. When they have been coping with you when the population was 100, and now the population is probably 130, 120, and you still expect them to be earning that amount you are paying. Though I know there's a lot of expenses involved in running schools. That's why I said, in running a school, you don't expect to make profit in that same year. It's just a business that you need to be patient, you need to be determined, and you need to be focused, because there's a lot of things going on. It's not easy. The business is not easy. We understand how the business is, but try as much as possible to relate to your staff. When you notice there is an increase in population, try as much as possible to give some little amount as an additional amount to the school. Let them understand. And if there's also a drop in population, I don't pray for reduction. So I always pray for you to have an increase in population. So that is my own prayer for you. So the most important thing is that let your teachers be happy with you. So the issue of that scholarship is one good thing that you need to give consideration to. I'm talking about giving out scholarship to outstanding learners, children that you know that these children are exceptionally brilliant. When you are marketing your school, try as much as possible to place that advert there. Let that advert attract. Just do your own calculation that will not really affect you. and organize a meeting with your staff. Tell them the strategy that you want to adopt. Let them understand and let them know the number of students that are coming in through scholarship. With that, they will not feel bad with the current salary they are earning. But when they believe that the population has increased and you didn't give them any information whether a child is on scholarship or not, they tend to feel bad, as it will just look as if you are underpaying them. So try as much as possible to get them, organize a meeting, tell them the strategies that you want to adopt in this coming session. There are different strategies. I will be giving you different ideas. So today is just on scholarship. Try, if you have not been using scholarship to attract, try as much as possible to introduce scholarship. Give out scholarship. Use that scholarship. You use scholarship to attract intelligent students, and it's also a way of giving back to the society. It's also a way of giving back to society. So when you give scholarship to less privileged, it's also a way of giving back to society, and indirectly it's also another way of marketing your school. So when you give out scholarship, the parent of that child will definitely recognize your school. They will market your school to other parents. That's key, and that's a strategy that you need to adopt. If you have not used it before, if you have not been using it, try as much as possible to adopt that strategy. Use that strategy to attract more learners into your school, and let your teachers understand the idea. So that is for scholarship. I hope there's going to be a lot of improvement in your school business in this coming session. Remember to share this program. Remember to like the Facebook page. Also remember to follow the page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, to my YouTube channel. Just type youtube.com/c/opebinu opebinu opebinu. So once you just type youtube.com/c/opebinu, that's the YouTube channel. Please try as much as possible to subscribe to it. That's the only way you can encourage me. My own is to give you ideas on how to increase your school business. I'm not just happy seeing school owners selling off their buildings, selling off their brand, the brand they have been building for so many years, and they just sell it off. So you need to re-strategize. You can't just believe in your own idea alone. You need to learn from others. So I am giving you this free idea. Try as much as possible to use it. Do not underestimate it. It's a very good thing that will boost your school. So you see a lot of people giving out scholarship, though different people give out scholarship for different reasons. But I'm telling you this, that you can equally use that scholarship to attract intelligent students, and attracting intelligent students to your school will definitely increase your school enrollment. That's a brilliant way of marketing your school. And also it will also increase the population. So once the population is increased, then definitely the network will be more. So a lot of people will try as much as possible to get information about your school. It's a way of marketing your school when your population increases. So you can't just afford to keep that present population you have. Even if you have 4,000 population, you still need to grow. If you have primary school, you still need to grow. If you are growing, then definitely you need to expand to probably secondary school. If you have secondary school, you still need to grow. We have a lot of private schools that have expanded, they have grown to to the stage of even having tertiary institution. So there's nothing that is impossible. So you can do it, your school too can do it. All those schools, they all started from small. It's not as if they just started big. It's not easy for schools that even started big to excel when you compare it to schools that start from scratch. So because it's a ladder, success is just like a ladder. So once you climb one stage, you head to another stage. Just like a child from nursery, the child graduates and step up to primary. When a child step up to primary, definitely you cannot compare a child in primary with a child in nursery. So from nursery, the child step up to primary, from primary step up to secondary. Definitely you can not compare a child in secondary with a child in primary. So the same way from secondary down to tertiary institution. And even in the tertiary institution, you see that learning process is not something that will just end like that. It's a lifetime thing. So after your probably your ND, or your NC, you still go further HND or BSc, MSc, PhD. And even as a professor, you still need to read. Do you understand? So you still need to learn more, because knowledge itself is wide. So it's something that you source for. You can't just sit down and expect things to change. Things cannot change that way. You need to learn. You need to learn. Get ideas from different speakers. Get ideas from different people. I'm giving you this idea is just a free of charge. So the only thing you can just do, the only favor you could just do, the only encouragement needed from you is to try as much as possible to share my video. Once you share it, you are encouraging me, you are telling me that we enjoy what you are doing and we should just keep it up. Don't narrow it to yourself alone. Try as much as possible to share it. Now, I'm telling you, based on the research, there's a lot of children that are out of schools. So forget about whether you have 5 schools competing with you in the same street. I'm not even talking about your environment. I'm talking about street now. Even if you have 5 schools, all you just need to do is to just be determined, be focused, and adopt different strategies that will boost your school. Remember also, if your school have not subscribed to School Admin Plus, you need to subscribe to School Admin Plus. School Admin Plus is a platform for managing school, and the school management system for managing school. It's not a new platform. It's a platform that has been running for more than 10 years, over 10 years, and we have different schools using it across different states of the federation, including even outside Nigeria. We have schools that are using it. So please try as much as possible to subscribe to School Admin Plus. You have a lot of features on it, and application is affordable. It's affordable because there's a way we categorize it. So it's affordable. Your own school can afford it. Even if you are just starting up your school today, we have schools that are just started that are on School Admin Plus. We equally have schools that have population more than I'm talking about larger population. I'm talking about thousands of population, and they are running on School Admin Plus. So we are not using it to test run. It's not as if we want to use your school to test run. This application has been running for over 10 years. So we can say that anytime. It's over 10 years. Some schools have been using it. So try as much as possible to subscribe to it. You need technology. I'm still going to talk about technology some other time, but today, just know that what I discussed with you today is on scholarship, how to give rebate, how to give scholarship, the importance of giving out scholarship in order to increase your population growth. That is a strategy. Try as much as possible to adopt it. If you are starting up a school today and you believe that you just have a building, if you have a building, get all the resources, get all the facilities there, that alone will not attract. One good thing will attract. Once a parent sees that, okay, probably someone is taking in his or her child into the school, that get them attracted. Okay, this is a school. Forget about the design, whatever thing that you display outside. But the most important thing is that people need to see learners going in and out of your school. Once they see learners going in and out of your school, they tend to give your school consideration. Some will definitely come to your school in order to test. So, but at least try as much as possible to be open. Don't be rigid. Don't believe that you know it all. Learn. You have to learn. It is school business, just like, it's also like an institution. You keep on learning. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of revolution in the school business. There's a lot of revolution. You can't compare the teaching methodology now to the teaching methodologies in the olden days. So what I'm saying in essence is that try as much as possible to be open. Allow people to use people's idea, get ideas from different sources and make use of those ideas. Those ideas will take your school to that greater height that you actually needed. There's a lot of challenges. I understand the business. I've had an interaction with more than 10,000 school owners, the principals, the head, the HM of a school. I've had interaction with them in different states of operation. So I understand what the business is all about. So there's nothing you can tell me about the business. I know where the issue is, and I know the major thing that bothers the mind of school owners. And one of it is that the enrollment. So as a school, you need to see how you can increase your enrollment. So today, I talked about scholarship. So learn how to give scholarship, and it has numerous benefits. So that is it on the issue of scholarship. I just hope you have really gained a lot as regards this. And please, once again, try as much as possible to share this video. Try to share the video. Try to share it, and as you share, God will increase your school business. We have a partnership in progress, and I pray that your school will experience a total turnaround in this coming session. So just try as much as possible to adopt some of the strategies that I am giving you, and try as much as possible to share this program. Share the program, share it, just keep on sharing. You can just, if you are not on the page, private school owners group, private school owners is a page that I'm currently using on Facebook, and we also have the private school owners group. You can equally join, and on YouTube you can join me on YouTube. Subscribe to my video, you view it. I'm talking about the YouTube channel is OPEBINU. Opebinu. Just type youtube.com/C/OPEBINU. So you get to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribe. At least I'm dealing with a lot of educators. So by now I expect to have a lot of subscribers in the YouTube. Or aren't you happy with the program? If indeed you are happy with the program, at least I should have some kind of encouragement by this time, because I still have a lot to give you. A lot. It's not a program that will end soon. No. So I have a lot to give you. A lot. So for now, I am Opebinu Oluwasegun. So I'll be going. So we'll meet again. Thank you. Bye bye.